Hey guys, PJ back with Exotic Car Hacks, and today an interesting day because we're going to be taking a very close look into my STO. Now, we've seen my STO, there's nothing new about it. It's that beautiful blue Glauco Tiffany blue car that you've seen time and time again, but I haven't really been driving it, partially because I hate driving stock cars. And today we are going to take a look at its first stage of modifications, which includes not just suspension, but also a beautiful set of wheels through Anrky Wheels. So let's take a look together. Let's go and discover my insane STO here. And I want to show you guys this because this really came out, I think, spectacular. I mean, take a look at it, just unbelievable. Right off the top, some of the things you'll notice is we've used H&R coils to basically bring down the suspension roughly about an inch or so from where it stood. Now the car is pretty aggressive from the factory, and you can't really do spacers or things because you have the center lock. So what happens when you put the black wheels, really, really pretty car altogether, but you get a much lower car. And part of that problem is it really brings it very close to the ground. So what we've decided to do is do a 20 and a 21 here with Anrky wheels to give it a much, much more aggressive slash little more exciting look rather than a racy look. I've always thought that the STO is very racy, so I wanted to bring excitement back. When something is very boring, you want to bring the excitement up from a racy standpoint. So it's always a balance when choosing wheels. And some of the things you'll notice, because I will go through this in detail with the P1, but building wheels is a really difficult thing. It's not something that really comes through oh, you just pick a wheel and it's there. It really comes down to offset engineering and the experience of the people building the wheels. Now I usually go with places like Anrky, because they're more customizable towards what I do with my personal wheels. And I want to share with you a little bit of detail about how detailed this process is, and we're going to look even deeper when we look at the P1. But take a look at the rear fender line here, how flush it sits, perfect to the car. And I want to show you this here because I want you to understand, look at how perfectly flush this is, and how there's still plenty of clearance, so that we're not really talking about a car that rubs or anything, and this is dirty, so it doesn't give you the cool visual with the gloss, whatever, tire shine, but you can clearly see that good wheels fit to a very, very exciting level where it really brings out and fills the fender, and something you don't get with a lot of companies, or they fill too much and you start rubbing. So it's really a question of balancing out tire size and balancing out wheels and everything else together. So on the front here, you'll notice that it's a little bit less flush here. And one of the things that is important to realize, and we're gonna take a look at deeper on if we can adjust this, but is that historically from a design standpoint, this needs to come out a little bit more to be flawless, but then you run into rubbing issues on the inner fenders. So there's this really very intricate balance of where to go from design meets function to not actually demolish the car itself. And a lot of people don't realize that when they get wheels, they go, well, sometimes I see cars on the internet and they just hit so good, and other times I look at cars on the internet and they just don't work, right? And so this STO is a really good example of when you can balance out form meets function and not only get an exciting product and emphasize it even more, because here we did a gloss polish on the inner windows and lips, and then a brushed face on the wheels to give it kind of a silver slash chrome look. And I think it came out spectacular with this blue Glauco. This is a very hard color to contrast with something, and there's only been 2 style of wheels that work on this color, and one of them is bronze. I know it's weird, which I didn't want to do because I had the SVJ with the bronze wheels, and then this being the second one, which is, I think, a beautiful color combo, but it may not hit for most because they might be like, well, why would you do a chrome wheel? It's not really chrome, but it may appear that way in the video. But basically, I wanted to share that with you, so I wanted you to understand how offset makes such a big difference. On the P1, I'm going to share with you when I introduce you to what took 3 different sets of wheels to get that car to basically look as perfect as it does, but I'm going to show you why it's so difficult to get the perfect look that hits so hard when you guys see it on the internet and you go like, wow, that's the hottest car I've seen. and that's kind of how you can get there. So anyways, just wanted to give you a preview of this. A special thank you to Wheels Boutique, Excell Racing, and our friends at Anrky for bringing this to life. And of course, our H&R partners as well for giving us this incredible coilover. So just please, again, like, subscribe, turn on notifications as we go to the next stage of modifications. And next time I'm gonna show you the P1 and give you a little bit of a taste of how we've taken something that was literally $2 million and turned it into, well, it's still $2 million, but it's a lot better looking. Anyways, I'll catch you guys next time on the next video for Exotic Car Hacks.